What's good, everybody? It's Blackout Survivor Prepping, and we are back with another equipment product review for the homestead. All right, so in this video series, we're going to review cutlery. All right, if you're going to have a homestead, you're going to want to probably attempt to make your own cuts of meat. So if you're raising cattle, sheep, goats, chickens, turkeys, any of that, like myself, then you got to have the right tools to process your livestock. Okay, not only that, if you're going to garden, you're going to have the right knives and everything to do your cutting, your chopping, so that you can prepare your meals and get these things stored away for long-term storage. So with that being said, the two product lines that we're going to review today are CUTLERY and Cutco. Now, this is not a paid advertisement. Okay, these are knives and cutlery products that I've collected over time. Okay, I've been homesteading now for about 10 years, 8 to 10 years. I've been on the property for about 12 years, but actively homesteading for about 8 to 10 years, and growing my own food, raising my own livestock for myself and my family. All right, so the two brands again, CUTLERY and Cutco. Now, CUTLERY, I found it just online through an advertisement, and I knew that I was going to need some good knives to get through the hides and the carcasses of the livestock, okay? Because we actually try to use as much of the animal as possible. So to cut through the hide and to get the hide off of the body of the animal, that can be challenging. So you need good, sharp knives. So I'm going to show you how we utilize these. Make sure you watch the video all the way through, because I'm going to show you each product line. I'll do it as quickly as possible, and hopefully I can save you some time and money by showing you these products, okay? So first, let's flip the camera. All right, let's take a look at the CUTLERY line. This is how you spell it, okay? COOLINA, CUTLERY, okay? And as you see, these are different shapes and different sizes, different cuts, okay? And over here, we have Cutco. Okay, now the Cutco product is very unique in that it's been around for a long time. Okay, it's been around for a long time. They have a lifetime warranty on their items. Okay, Cutco has a lifetime warranty. So I do have a knife that I actually need to send back. You don't even have to sharpen these. You can just send them back and they'll send you a brand new knife. Okay. So this is the Cutco line. I'm going to show you the shears. I'm going to even show you some of the table knives that they had. Now, I've taken these out of the sheath because these things are super sharp. Both sets of these knives are super sharp. Okay. These knives have sent several of my family members to the hospital to get stitches, okay? Using cutlery is nothing to play around with, especially on a homestead, and especially if you are outside of the city and you have to get to an emergency room to get sewed up or something like that. It's nothing to play around with, so be careful with your cutlery. All right, flip the camera. All right, so now I'm going to show you. Here's more of the Cutco sets, okay? And here's one of the CUTLERYs that I'm going to go ahead and pull out of the set. So you got to be very careful with this stuff. Now, these are made from pure forged steel, okay? This is one of the butchering knives. This knife is so sharp that it will literally slice through everything, okay? You see how that is made. This knife is nothing to play around with, okay? So, as you see, it can be rocked back and forth, and there's plenty of things you can cut with this. This hook here can be used to grab sinew tissue, cartilage, anything you can grab, hook, and pull. Okay, we'll show you more of that, but that knife is nothing to play around with. And it looks like something out of a caveman. But you have to keep those things sharpened. Here's a sharpening block, okay? You want to keep those sharpened and put away because they will rust on you. So as you see, that has a little bit of rust on it around the top here. Let's get that back here. You know, we'll get all the oxidation off before I use it again. Okay, let's look at more of this Culina line. This looks like a bludgeoning tool, but this is actually got good heavy weight on it. Okay, good heavy handle. Okay, this thing is very sharp. Very sharp. Okay, it's got heavy weight. You can get through bone, chicken bone, all type of stuff, but you can also use it for slicing as well. So these tools can be used for more than one thing, which is crazy. But that will get through bone. Man, it'll take the head of something right off. Okay, your poultry. I mean, it's great for that. So that's that. We're gonna slide that cover back over. Again, these are the Culina brand of cutlery. Okay, next we have a butcher knife from Culina. And same thing, oxidation. Before you use it, you want to make sure you get that sharpened up, oiled off. Okay, but that's the butcher knife from Culina. Okay, this knife here is so sharp, I really don't even mess with it that much unless I'm about to butcher. I use this for turkeys, chicken, okay, even beef. But as you see, has a great handle there. Okay, you can slice right through things. I'm not even gonna bother to take this off because as I'm filming this myself, I don't want to mess around and accidentally cut myself. But yeah, these Culina knives are extremely sharp. They're nothing to play around with, okay? Let's slide this baby out of the sheath. A smaller version, okay? All of this is hand forged steel, man. It's just amazing. Extremely sharp, okay? As you see, it's a little smaller version, but just as good and easy to use. You can self-sharpen these. All right, let's take a look at the other butcher knife that we have here. It's just a little different shape. Let's compare. All right. Different shapes, different angles, but still the same results. Okay. You're going to use this more with the slicing. I actually have used this to slaughter along with, let's bring the caveman back out. The curved edge is what gives you the slicing motion because you have to come across the main vein. Okay, so that gets that, and it's instant. Okay, you don't want to slaughter necessarily a sheep or a cow with this. Okay, you want that rotational roll that's going to give you the slicing motion. Okay, this is the go-to for slaughtering. This is my go-to for slaughtering. Okay, all right. Let's move over to the Cutco line. Okay, we're gonna slide that out the way. We're gonna slowly slide these out the sheath because these suckers are super sharp. All right, so again, the difference between Culina and Cutco. Now, Culina might have something similar. Culina might have something similar to Cutco. I'm not sure because I haven't looked that in depth to their product line, but all of Cutco's products are labeled with numbers. Okay, that way if you got to send it back, you just let them know the number. You send it back to them, they send you back the same exact knife. Okay, I'm gonna actually try that because I do have a knife that I have to send back. We left it on the stove and it kind of melted the handle there, but these have a lifetime warranty. That's a huge difference because these knives are not cheap. Okay, but these are two of the best brands that I have. Okay, they're not cheap, but they do the job, and they last. Like I said, I've had the Kulinas now for about 6 years, and the Cutcos I've had for just about two or 3 years. All right, let's pull out the Cutco butcher knife. This puppy's super sharp. Okay, this knife itself has sent 3 family members to the hospital for stitches. I'm not laughing. I'm just telling you, like, these are nothing to play around with. Okay. So that's that butcher knife. Now let's take a look at the shears. Okay. These are great when you're processing your poultry. If you someone who likes chicken feet, you know, you can snip those feet right off of there. The one it snips through bone and everything. Okay. Let's take a look at our next Cutco knife, the fillet knife. Okay. I like to fish. If you like to fish, this is a great knife for deboning. Okay. It's a Cutco. Let's get that in there. Okay, it's made in the USA. I think Kulina is as well. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely Cutco, made in the USA. Okay, it's a fillet knife. Look how sharp that thing is, man. Nothing to play around with, okay? All right. So that's the fillet knife. Let's slide it back down. Okay. Those are great for deboning your fish, making your fillets. You just have to be really, really careful. 1721. Okay, gonna be really careful. I thought I had already pulled that at the sleeve. All right, check out the steak knife. The Cutco steak knife. It's a beauty. Okay. I mean, they have beautiful product, man. Beautiful product from Cutco. And they're sharp. I mean, they are super sharp. Okay. Hey, this is your table knife set from Cutco. Now this, when I first saw these, I said, man, that's a heck of a looking butter knife, you know. That sucker's a steak knife as well. I actually used it just the other night. We had steak, and that puppy, I mean, it cuts so great. And just slides back in, snaps in. Okay. So these are the Cutco knives. So, Kulina, Cutco. All right. So, I love both of these brands, but for the sharpest and most useful knife that I use here on the homestead, let's get the drum roll. It's gonna be this puppy right here. Okay. This Kulina, I've got to get the name of this knife, but I just call it the Kulina caveman knife. If I had to go with one knife, that one knife does it all for me. I mean, I can butcher, slice, cut, go out in the garden. I mean, it's got its own sleeve. It's hold on, let's flip the camera one more time. Each sheath can be worn on belt buckle, excuse me, can be worn on your belt buckle. Okay, it can, if you got an apron that ties around, it can be connected to there. Okay, you can carry that sucker around with you. It can be carried around with you. But again, both are great pieces of cutlery, great knives. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure you subscribe. I'm going to show you many more products that we use here on the homestead. If you haven't seen, be sure to watch my previous videos. I've got plenty of shorts showing you equipment reviews, things that I use on a daily basis here on the homestead. We're also going to be showing you meal preparation. So until then, I'll see you soon. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you.